Hello and welcome to Component Carousel. We got another great episode for you today. This month's theme is all about Bounce Castle Architect. So we are creating a site for the raffle. Just type enter. But welcome. So we are creating a site for a fictitious bouncy castle architect company. So this firm is an architecture firm, but they only create bouncy castles. And we've been having a lot of fun. Each week in April, we've been creating a fantastic component where we take a typical element or a typical component like a form or a gallery, which is what we're working on today, or a team component, and we turn what's kind of like a boring typical component into something really fun with either creative or great animations or just any kind of fun thing that we have going on. So today we have the last component for this month's website, and I'm so thrilled to have on Liam Egan. Liam, it's so good to see you. Welcome. How you doing?
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, good. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Liam Egan. I'm technical director for We the Collective, which is an interactive agency out of Canada, BC, Vancouver, BC. Sorry.
All good. Awesome. Great to have you. I'm just going to really quick fix something on the chat that I'm seeing. It says hide message after 15 seconds. I'm going to update that real quick. Unfortunately, it's going to wipe the chat currently, but it's going to keep, because it was clearing off, and I kind of like for the chat to stick around. So sorry about that. Chat just needed a quick fix. But yeah, from Vancouver, awesome to have you, Liam. Liam makes all kinds of fantastic stuff. Let me actually bring up your code pen real quick because there we go. SHUB. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So Liam's code pen is just such a joy to go through. There's so much cool, shiny, awesome stuff here. I'm going to switch over to the desktop to people transition. So just so many cool things. Like I think WebGL is kind of the thing that you're most interested in. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's pretty fair to say.
Awesome.
WebGL, generative art, yeah, that
Yeah,
sort of
there's
stuff.
just so much good stuff here. Geraldo, thank you for being a horse. Welcome. There's just so many cool things. I've covered a couple of these in the front end horse newsletter, like this 2001, which is just so satisfying. I think you recently made it so that you can actually edit it, right? Where you can type in there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Fire
if you
Fur,
type,
thank
you'll
you.
see stuff.
Thank you for subscribing. Sorry to cut you off, Liam. I
No
need
worries.
to not do this every time, but I can't help it. See, thank you for being a horse. Welcome. It's so good to have you. So yeah, just so many cool things that you've created, Liam, and I'm so thrilled to have you on because we're going to be doing a little bit of 3D today, and actually we're going to be doing React 3 Fiber. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be
Um,
making a gallery in React 3 Fiber.
so what is the difference between 3JS, which is what I think this is created in, right?
No, that's still React 3 Fiber.
Oh, this is React 3 Fiber. So,
So,
so what's the difference between
yeah,
React 3 Fiber and 3JS?
React 3 Fiber just sort of creates a bridge between React and 3JS. So it makes 3JS sort of into this beautiful declarative language for the web.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get into that today. What we're going to be working on is this plain kind of whatever. It's just a standard gallery component that I've given you. I've said, hey, can you make this really fun to have on a website? Just for people who haven't been here the last couple of weeks, here's a couple of the other components. So this one was made by Cassie Evans, where we have these great animations, and you get to pick which kind of castle you want. And she made that 2 weeks ago on the stream. A lot of fun. Last week, George Francis came on and made this generative team builder where these balloons are completely generatively made, where every time I click this button and I can hire or fire some people, not only are these new names generatively made, but like all the different colors, the shapes of the balloon, everything about it is randomized, and you get a new balloon each time. That was a lot of fun to build on stream. And the very first week, we actually built this. So when we submit this, my email bounces around in the castle and then comes out of the castle and gets eaten by a shark. Adam Kuhn made that on stream with us. so much fun. We have 3 fun components. I think we're going to get to our 4th today. So, you got a cool idea for this one, Liam?
Yeah, I was desperately trying to think through what would be really cool here, and I originally sort of thought of making like a 3D bouncy castle, but I felt like maybe that was going to be well out of scope for an hour and a half show. So I sort of thought of making a ball pit instead. So
So
uh,
we're doing a ball pit. I love it.
we're doing a
Chat,
ball pit. Yeah,
chat, thumbs up or thumbs down, ball pit. Are we gonna? I think we're gonna go for a ball pit, right?
yeah.
I
Although now that I see this bridal bouncy castle, I kind of want to build that
Yeah,
out.
guys,
Yeah.
I found this. Can you even believe? Uh, Raise your hand in the chat, and I know that's not an actual thing. I kind of get it. If you kind of wish that whether or not you've been married yet or you ever plan to, thank you for that cheer. Wow, thank you so much. C147SK. Sorry if I'm botching that. C. That's so generous. Thank you. Wouldn't you have wanted that bouncy castle at your wedding? Not really, though. Not probably not, but kind of, right? It's just so funny. But anyway, all right. So let's start getting into it. So we're gonna start building out this bouncy castle. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with sort of the basic app setup then. Maybe get sort of the bits and pieces that we're going to use installed. So
Okay.
you've already got React obviously in there. So let's
Yep.
install React 3 Fiber.
Okay. So yarn
Um,
add React hyphen.
what you want is at React dash 3.
Okay. At
Yeah.
React hyphen 3. It's like
Yep.
that.
Yep. Slash Fiber.
All right. Cool. I forgot that they've changed it
They've sort of
around so much.
consolidated all of
Yeah.
these packages. Yeah.
It's pretty
Exactly.
cool. The whole
Yeah.
I
Which
have
is
no idea how to say
nice.
it. The Poimanders group. I know I'm botching that, but and Paul Henschel, I believe is kind of
Yeah.
like heading that up. All of his stuff is so cool. Thank you for the follow. So okay, we've added fiber. Anything else?
We're going to add Canon as well. So if
Okay.
you add React 3 slash Canon. So Canon is a 3D physics solver for it's sort of a generic use, but this version is built specifically for React 3 Fiber.
Gotcha. And
Yeah.
just dropping that we should have.
We'll also want to install 3GS.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to install 3JS. Interesting.
The only thing that we're pulling out of this is the texture loader for this
Okay.
build. So yeah.
Yarn add 3. It's just 3, right?
I think it's just 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Cool. So we've got our 3 packages installed. And I'm gonna go over to our image gallery. Here's our actual image component. This is just straight up grabbed from a like a Tailwind component resource thing. So let's go in and let's start knocking some stuff out. What do you think? Should we just
Okay.
gut this whole thing?
I think we just got the whole thing.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead. Section to section. I'm gonna keep the credit actually for now, or it might just be easier if I get that and we can bring it back. All right, cool.
Yeah,
So section is gone, and just hey, let's just drop a little hey in there. And oh right, I don't have my server running, so yarn dev. Cool. Let's check that out. And any second now, it should be up and running. Let me just check on. All right. There we go. There's our little hay. Cool. Very nice. Very nice. Let me just make sure. Sorry, I'm trying to check the raffle list just to make sure that that's running. I'll check back on that. This might have to be another thing where that didn't fire, but I think we should be good. All right, sorry, getting a little distracted. It's my fault. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that here. I'm gonna bring this over here, and we're going to have that like that. Cool. All right, so now we've got our hay component there. What do we want to add to this?
So the first thing I think we want to add is just to sort of set up the basic 3GS component. So this is sort of the canvas in which 3GS will draw all of its 3D stuff.
Okay.
So basically what we want to do is we want to import a couple of things from React 3 Fiber. We can probably just start with Canvas at the moment. So import Canvas from React 3 Fiber. It should be a capital C as well.
Ah, cool. Yep. The proper noun. All right, cool. So Canvas. All right, cool.
So what this is just the React 3 component that sort of encapsulates all of the Canvas bits. Basically sets everything up and boilerplates for you.
Cool.
So within the section, just create sort of a Canvas component.
Okay. Should we keep the section and add the
I
Canvas
think so.
inside?
So
cool.
The way React 3 Fiber works is it will resize the canvas to fill whatever container it sits in. So we can just use CSS to modify the shape and size of that section, and it'll just fill it up as it needs to. Yeah. So we probably want to add a couple of parameters to the canvas. The first one is shadows. We want some shadows in there when we've got sort of light sources going on. So just shadows. Yep. Just as is. Then we want to add a
Boolean. That's cool.
Yes. Yep. Then we want a camera. So type camera. And we want to provide it with a couple of options of its own. So the first is position. So
is this going to be in a string or in an object?
In an object. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Colby, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Thanks, everybody. Colby just finished up his stream. Really great stuff over there. Thank you for coming by. We are just building out a component. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stick around. Cool. Camera. We got some properties.
Yep. A couple of properties. So the first one is position. So this is where in sort of the space the camera appears.
Okay.
So position we want as an array. So there's 3 numbers for X, Y, and Z. So 0, 0, and 40. So we want, basically this says keep the camera at exactly 0 and just pull it out to 40 units.
Okay, cool.
A lot of the time you sort of want to come to some sort of idea of what your units are. In this case, it's a really simple example, so we can just say it's 40 units. And
makes sense to me. As long as they're relative to each other, it all kind of works out, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
And we want to change our, add an FOV as well.
Okay.
So make that FOV 30.
Inside the camera, right?
Exactly, yeah. So that's the field of view of the camera.
Cool. And so that's kind of like how distorted it's going to be. Am I understanding that right? So it's kind of like a wide angle lens or like a telephoto lens kind of thing?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the larger that number goes, the sort of bigger everything in the scene will start to appear.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Looking good.
And then we probably want to add just a pixel ratio just to make sure that this isn't blurry for people who have sort of high resolution monitors.
Okay.
So you want to add a pixel ratio parameter to the canvas as well. Yeah.
Cool. Real quick, Cobra Winfrey is Adam Kuhn, who made this fantastic email component that I actually fixed after all this time. Thank you for subscribing, Adam. That is so kind of you. I really appreciate that. Great to have you here. Pixel
ratio, capital R. Yeah, there you go.
Like
and I always tend to do a math.min on this just because you don't want it to be there are people who have monitors with 4 pixel ratio and it just becomes too non-performant. So math.min 2 and then window device pixel ratio.
Math.min 2, you said?
Yep. So and that will
math.min 2, and then do I put space or
comma? Just a comma.
Cool.
Yep. Window.pixel device pixel ratio. Sorry.
Window.device. Okay, we might need to put something in there for checking if this is if window exists, because Next does do some server side rendering. So we can check on that in a little bit. I'm wondering if we'll get an error off the bat. No, but we might get some later. But so far so good. Cool.
For sure.
Keep an eye on that.
Yep. So then within the canvas, we can just start adding the various bits and pieces that are going to make up our sort of our scene. So the first thing that we want to do is add a color, which will just give us a background color to the canvas. So color space attach equals background, and that's a string.
Oh,
Um,
background. There we go.
and then args equals, and it's an object with an array inside, and you just want to attach a color in there. So this will be the background color of the scene. Yeah, exactly.
That cool.
Yep.
And then it's gonna be. What are you thinking? What you got for me?
FCC. I don't know, a nice
FCC.
pink.
My favorite governmental. I was going for an Ajit Pai joke there, but I just crashed it. I'm just glad that guy's gone. Anyway, let's keep moving. that one's for Adam in the chat. Deep cut with an Ajit Pai joke. There you go.
Then we want to add a couple of lights. So let's
right.
add, let's start with an ambient light. So, yep,
So
lowercase a.
Can I actually
ambient.
pause just super quick because I
Sure.
always find this part interesting where because we're passing it into canvas, this color element has meaning, right? Because like if you were to have this color element outside of canvas, it wouldn't do anything. I couldn't just paste this into any React component and get that result. It's because we are passing it into the higher order component of canvas that color has an effect, right? So now because we have this canvas component, we can pass a lot of stuff in there that we're not even importing. Like color, we're
Exactly.
just kind of
Yeah. So
it.
it's pretty great, and React 3 Fiber is actually, they provide some incredible sort of essentially native 3GS components in this way. Colors, lights, objects, 3D objects, stuff like that. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to point that out to the chat in case you were like, wait, there's a color element like that? Like, no, this is only because we are passing it inside this canvas object, and now it becomes available.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So we just want to set the intensity to something like, to 0.3.
Is that a string?
No, that is a number.
Okay.
Yep. So lights in 3GS sort of normalized. So 0 is completely dark and 1 is 100% bright. You can go beyond that, but yeah.
Cool.
Then we want to add a directional light.
And so an ambient light's just going to light basically
it just lights
everything
everything
in our scene flat. It's not coming from any direction. It's not casting any shadows. It's just there.
It's just doing its thing. It just makes it so that you don't have any sort of black areas anywhere.
Cool. Like it.
Yeah. So we want to add a position to this. So a directional light shines light in one direction. It doesn't have a cone. It doesn't sort of change direction the further it travels. It just casts light in a single direction.
Kind of like the sun almost, right? Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Position.
Position, let's go 30, 50, 25. So that's an array.
Cool.
Yep. And then intensity 1.
Full blast.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Cool.
So this is sort of, top right kind of area.
Cool.
Yep.
All right,
and then underneath that, we just want to add our scene. So this is going to be another component. So we'll build that out in a sec. But
okay. Should I just put scene?
Yeah, let's just put scene in there.
And then we can define it probably above. Let's go. Const scene equals.
Perfect. So with a scene, with any sort of React 3 Fiber component, most of the time that you're using them, you want them to return geometry of some kind.
Okay.
Yep. So let's start with, let's add just a sort of plain return here. So what this is going to contain is all of the components of the gallery. So that's the image itself, which I think is just going to be a big sort of rectangle hanging in the middle of the scene.
Nice.
We're going to have balls that fall down and you can fire around.
Like the ball pit concept, right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly. And we're also going to have our physics objects. So this will be the thing that governs how these objects interact with each other.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of what the best way to do this will be. Let's maybe start with just sort of an empty component return.
Okay.
and then we'll put in there a group, I guess.
Okay, is that a import from Fiber?
So a group is another 3GS thing. It's just a way of grouping things together.
Okay, so just
And groups are useful because they come with positions of their own, so you can group a bunch of things together and position them
got it. So
relative
kind
to
of like
each
an
other. And then
SVG group in a sense, right?
exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Do I just want to hit enter, or what do you want me to
Yeah. I mean that won't result in anything, but
do?
yeah,
Okay.
hit enter. Yep.
Cool. Didn't break it, so we're looking good.
Didn't break it.
George likes SVG groups. Welcome, George.
So maybe let's add a picture in there. So
Okay.
what we want to do is, I feel like the gallery has a bunch of pictures that we want to control individually, but we want to have a React component or a React 3 component that encapsulates all of them. So let's make a pictures component.
Okay. So do you want to make that outside of the scene, or is that inside?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
I think outside of the scene.
Cool.
And then let's just return. So let's provide that with a parameter called image number.
Okay, cool. Image.
Yeah.
That.
Yep, for sure. Let's give it a default of 0, maybe.
Are we actually? Yeah. That should be fine. Default is 0. Cool. Can do. All right.
And then let's return a picture, so singular. And then provide it with the image num parameter. Yeah. I would use a capital just because we're going to make a component for that.
Got it. Okay, cool. That's making more sense now.
Yep.
And then that gets an image number.
Yep.
Or
Yeah, image
like
number. So that
okay,
exactly.
Cool.
So we're just passing that parameter through to it.
All right.
Yep. And then let's make the picture component.
Okay.
How did you want to get the pictures
Images
from the CMS? Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just bring back what we had real quick. Images were coming in off of. I'm just going off of what we had. We were mapping through slice.items.map, or slice.items, and then each item was or had an image on it. So slice.items.
Okay, so what I think we want in picture is just like a basic array of all of the image URLs to start with.
So let me pull off. I think this is what we want. Item, and then just item dot image. Let's see what this does. Let's give it a good old log and see if I'm way off base or not. Can it stop telling me what that is? There we go. Items. Let's see what we got. Let's check our console and have an array. And we got cool. Image. Should I pull off the URL too, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
So, all right, cool. So now let's go images.
And then we just want to pass that down, right?
Yep, I think so. So we got an array. There we go. So we've got our 8 images. Looking good. Cool. All right, doing good. I've yet to get on the code snippet train. Looks just so useful. Yeah, that one I think might be built in actually. Tanner, welcome. Sorry, I'm not doing a great job on the chat. I'm just so into this right now. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. All right, cool. So what's next? We've got our pictures. So do we want to pass that into our scene?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yep.
And then our scene is getting it, and we're gonna put it. Or should we put pictures in here?
Yeah, let's throw pictures in there, and we'll pass that
images.
down.
Yep. All right, you got to get the images here.
Yep.
And then pictures is getting images.
Yep.
And this is probably where it's gonna break in some way, right? Where it's gonna get. Are we gonna pass pictures in here, or are we gonna have it pull off itself?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could probably just.
This might be like const image, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Equals images image number, right? That's gonna be an index, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Images. Sorry. There we go. So then this will get image. Cool. And
Yep.
then picture is going to get image and return something.
Yeah. So what we want to return here is this is where we start to return a 3D object.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So let's return a mesh. So a mesh is just a built-in 3GS type.
Okay.
And what it is just it encapsulates both geometry and material. So within the mesh, we want to add a box buffer geometry.
Cool. So a box buffer geometry inside this mesh, or as a property?
Sorry, in the mesh itself. Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
as a subcomponent. Yep.
There we go. And it imported
Um,
that from 3. Do we want that, or
no, if you just do lowercase box, that should be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Just like that. Awesome.
Yep. Box buffer geometry.
Ah,
So the difference between a box geometry and or any sort of X geometry and X buffer geometry is that 3 starts to ignore the changes in geometry on re-renders. So it's an optimization essentially.
oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep. Yep.
That's good to know.
And we also want to add a mesh standard material.
Got it. Yeah, I could have done
Underneath
this
that.
because just to kind of help me get it. Every like mesh needs geometry and material, right? Like you need those two things to
Exactly.
create
Yep.
it. So we're passing those both as objects into this mesh. Thank you for
Yep.
the follow. Welcome. You are now a horse. Thank you for coming along. All right, so we have box buffer geometry and we need a mesh standard material.
Mesh standard material. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And what we want to do with the box buffer geometry is we want to add some args to it.
Cool.
Yep.
And that is an array?
No.
Oh,
So
sorry.
that isn't. No, it is an array. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Yep. And then we want to add an array of 15, 15, 2.
Cool. So those are going to be the dimensions?
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
So, yes. And then on mesh standard material, we want to add a map.
Sorry, I just gotta pause. I just hit save and oh wait, so Turbot says, isn't it just box geometry instead of box buffer geometry? One of both got removed from recent 3JS versions. Interesting. Do you know about this?
What's that?
Leah in the chat says, isn't it just box geometry instead of box buffer geometry? One of both just got removed from recent 3JS versions.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure.
That.
I don't know.
There you go.
It might be simpler, but yeah. But I just want to say we have a little box. This is like the first thing that we're seeing. I just want to celebrate when we're getting pixels, because with this stuff it always kind of builds up. Yeah, thank you so much, George. I really appreciate it. With these kinds of things where you have to build up your scene, it kind of feels like for a while you're not really seeing anything, but then all of a sudden it kind of like starts to explode with milestones. So I just want to point out we're getting there. We have a box on screen, so this is feeling good. Cool. Sorry to cut you off. I just love when it's like it's there, right? it's that moment.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a couple of those bigger moments coming up, so I'm kind of excited.
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
We want to add a map to this, so the map is just the image.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's image. Okay, and we can just pass this image straight to the mesh standard material.
Exactly.
Interesting. It's going to handle the URL, or do we need to pull in? Do we need to do like a texture loader on that?
Oh shit! Yes, we do. My mistake. I'm sorry.
No worries. No, it's fine. Because right now it's just a string, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what we want to do is further down where we're sort of slicing those images out.
Yep.
We want to use a loader. So use loader comes from React 3 Fiber. So right at the top on your import, you want to also import use loader.
Let's see if I can. Cool. Got it.
Yep. And then we want to use a texture loader. So use loader takes 2 parameters. The first is the loader that we're using, which is a 3GS class. So it'll be a capital T So it's
Cool.
a class which is responsible for loading and parsing various things.
Okay.
In this case, it's a texture loader, which will just load a bunch of images. And
Cool.
then the second parameter is our array of image URLs.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So I'll use this outside of that. I'll get rid of this. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So image URLs, I'll change this to.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way we can do const images
Yep.
equals, or is it going to return an array, or is it going to return? Yeah,
It'll
I guess
return an
that's fine.
array. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
And then image URLs. Awesome.
Yep.
Um,
So then we can pass that down.
all
That
right, hold on
might
one
not
sec. We're
work right
still
away because we're
getting
missing texture loader.
and
So you've got to
document is not
import.
defined. I got texture loader here.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Use loader, texture loader, image URLs. Let me just log image URLs just in case. Just see what's going on.
Is that a server-side error, maybe?
That's what I'm wondering, because it's saying document
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
defined. Yeah, we're not even getting to that log.
Yeah.
Console log image URLs. What am I? Wait, document's not defined. Okay. If let's just do hack for now. This might not be the prettiest thing, but I would like to not get. Really? Am I? All right, time to Google. Anybody in the chat have a potential solution? I think in server rendering mode, documents undefined. Use inside lifestyle methods. I just want to hack around it for right now. I'm not looking for prettiest or for the prettiest solutions, but document.head. What's happening here? Server rendering mode, the document's undefined, right? You should be able to use it inside class lifestyle methods or use effect. Oh, okay, so they're saying use it and use effect.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Let's bring in use effect. Cool. And then trying to use effect. Good call, Darmy. Thank you. Use effect. I think this is the one we're looking for. Yep. And input. I don't know if we even need anything in the array right now. It just needs to run once. I'll define the images outside. Let image. And then do this. Let's see how that goes. Dude, we have a website. No, Windows not defined. Sick. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, like, why wasn't
Weird.
that? Remember, I was
Yeah.
I,
Let's maybe make the pixel ratio just by default 1.
I can. Yeah. So pixel
and then
ratio.
throw that in there. Exactly.
I mean, might as well go all out now. Now it's war. They started mess with the wrong stream. This is ridiculous. Completely kidding. Was that right here? Where was? Oh, that was in MathMin. Here we go.
Yeah,
Pixel
exactly.
ratio. Cool. Show
It's
me
weird that
website,
it was just complaining
please.
about this now.
And now it just broke everything. What is going on? Let's check our logs
Awesome.
here. What is happening? Yeah. Why would it break every other component now too? Compiled successfully. This bit, what's this bit? Value prop, that was happening before, that's fine. Seriously, what is happening here? Return div. Okay, so
There you go.
Yeah, so something about use loader is borking it. Use loader in 3JS. If window return, yeah, I was doing that for document, but let's see. If window return null, let's see how that works. That return null from before could help. Angelo, good to see you. And thank you, Marlon, also. An SSR render nothing, but on the client render the component. But after use effect. Oh, am I having the... Oh, cancel. Have the order off. Nope, still getting... Okay, we are past the other point, though. So I think we're good now. I think we're good.
Okay.
Thank you so much, chat. You are fantastic. Hooks inside, hooks no good. Yeah, that was the other thing. And is that...
Okay,
I think DRCMDA is Paul Henschel, and I think I know that because Paul has a different username on every single platform that he does because he's a hacker. I remember him saying that before, but I think that's Paul. It could be wrong. But yeah, hooks inside hooks no good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to have a default images. So like your let, I think for images needs to be a just an empty array.
Okay, sorry, I was focusing on the
yeah, no
other
worries.
thing. So images needs to be an empty array. Cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Let images. Yeah, let me break these out. Image URLs. Let empty array. I'll break it out of this. If anyone has a fix for this gross little use effect hacky thing here,
there you go.
Happy to 0 of undefined still. Is that coming from this?
0 of undefined.
Break each one out. Let. Okay, so just face the server today. You have one array inside your list of array where the 0 index does not exist. Yeah. So I think we're good with that now. Good call, Darmy. Something what I did in Next using 3, you could also load the whole React 3 fiber component with a dynamic import with SSR false. Oh, yeah. So you could load the whole React 3 fiber component. So would that be the canvas? Is that what that would be? With SSR equals false. That would... Interesting. Got it. Yeah, we might pop over to that. Use loader is inside use effect. It needs to be in the render function. Use loader. Right. Shoot. I'm sorry. I'm borking this. I'm the one that's supposed to bring this in next. So okay. So can I pull this into here now? Nope. Where should this go, Paul? Or yeah. Sorry. I'm striking out here. I thought I had this. This all set. Okay, that use effect runs even when the window is not defined. So check for window inside it and only ask if it exists. If window.
Right.
Got it. Thank you, Benedict. Good to see you, by the way. Thank you for coming through, Benedict. It's right, but it's using suspense, so it needs to be within a suspense boundary. Right, I'm blanking on suspense. Oh boy, this is the first I apologize, Liam. This is the first like strikeout that I've had. Okay, we're looking
It's all good.
Better. This is looking better. It's still no use loader isn't great. So it needs to be within a suspense boundary. So I need to pull it up. Awesome. Yeah, I need to pull it up into I'm copying out of the chat. That's where I'm no, it's fine. So let me see. That's how rough I am at this point. So I'm just gonna say
yeah.
So that's probably a protected name for all I know, but right now my brain can't think of anything else. So we're gonna go component, const image use loader, right? Man. Return React suspense, fallback, null, foo. Okay, so this is okay, right. So we need to so canvas. Oh, got it. Okay. I think I'm understanding now. So we need React suspense here.
We can probably add it just around the scene, I guess. Or
okay,
whatever.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Spinner, right? Oh, null.
Yeah. Cool. That's looking better. So let me go back to my slice. All right. We're getting somewhere slowly but surely. Okay. So now should we put the use loader inside scene? Is that where that needs to go? Is that what we're saying? No, please don't. It wouldn't work. Not around the scene. Oh, hold on. He's saying not around the scene.
Not around the scene. Okay.
Okay, so around everything. Okay. Notes on React 3 Fiber. Oh, Rich Haynes. Good person. Interesting. Thank you, Rich. I know it was Benedict, but thank you, Benedict, and thank you, Rich. Sorry to. Okay, so suspense. Okay, here we go. Canvas component. Here we go. So suspense, fallback, children, canvas. Okay, it looks like it's inside the canvas and around everything else. Use later probably inside the scene component. Okay, use later inside the scene component. We're getting there. Yeah. We're getting there. Okay. So images. Nope.
So we want to pass in the image URLs.
URLs. Yeah. Cool. Got it. And we're going to change this to image URLs. All right. And is this part bad? Is this part borked? That part looks to be borked. Images. Okay, it's just a defined thing. That's fine. Images is not defined. Const. Images. That's good. All right. Good. Right. Because it was defined in the other one. That's fine. Okay. Cool. Further down the screen for next. Got it. I think we might be use later probably inside the scene component. I'm gonna try to keep going. This might not be super optimized or something, but seems to be working right now. I'm sorry about this. Okay, I think we might be up and running, but we don't have images yet. We don't have any images on there. So picture, image. What is coming back here?
I was gonna say, let's test that out.
Yeah. What's coming back? It's an empty array. Interesting. Okay, so use loader is happening within suspense. Works in your machine equals go for it. Right. Thanks, Alan. Good to see you, Alan. Image URLs. Okay, are we getting image URLs? Okay. Let's test that. No, image URLs aren't coming in. Scene, image URLs. Okay, so this isn't working. Or why isn't this firing?
Does
yeah, that's not firing.
It's not firing.
Oh,
it's because you've got if not window, so it's only firing on the server.
Got it. That is true. Okay. If not window, my brain is okay. So we've got that now firing, but we're still getting empty arrays. Working.
Yeah.
Why do we?
Do you want to console log?
Image URLs can be outside here.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you for hanging with me, chat. I appreciate it. I am pooping the bed a little. There we go. Here we go.
Nice.
All right. Texture. That looks correct. Do we have? And we've got. Okay. Oh. All right.
Victory.
This is the joy of live coding. You get to do all this stuff live and sweat in front of the creator of React 3 Fiber. Thank you for being here, everyone. And that's it. I've had enough. I'm gonna call it no. We're getting started. We're getting there, right? A little bit of progress. Thank you for hanging with me. Oh man, yeah, poop in the bed for sure. You have to add source to an image tag on stream. Streaming makes you do strange stuff. Yes, you get this. Okay, here we go. So looking good, Liam. Thank you for bearing with me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh God, yeah, no worries.
Awesome. So Now what are we doing? Now what do I want to mess
Okay.
up?
Okay. Should be easier from here on out, I think. Let's make that physicsy. So in
Physicsy.
a physicsy.
I like it.
So let's import a few things from Canon up the top. So we want to import physics. Yep. Use plane. Use sphere. Use box. And use point-to-point constraint from
Point
React 3
to
Canon.
point.
Yep.
Constraint.
Constraint. Yep. Yep. Easy.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay. So what we want to do around, let's see, in our scene component, we want to add a wrapper around everything that we've got in there called physics.
Okay. So wrapping the group too.
Exactly. Yep.
Cool.
Physics. We want to add a couple of properties to that.
Cool.
One of those is gravity. So this will be a three-dimensional vector, which will define, so it'll be an array with three components.
Cool.
0, -50, and 0. So that's just the direction of the gravity.
Okay.
So it's coming down. Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm familiar with that sensation.
And then we want to add a default contact material. So React 3 Fiber has this concept of materials that things are made of that will affect how they react when they hit one another. So we just want to add an object in that with a property of restitution and 0.5. So that'll just make it sort of middlingly frictious.
Got it. I just want to say, yeah, I botched the whole React programming stuff, but I just nailed restitution first try. I just want to say that I didn't even hit tab. I typed that out. So, I mean, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, let's keep rolling.
And then what we want to do up in our picture component is we want to basically turn the box that we've made into a physical component, so it reacts to physics and stuff. So what we want to do is we want to create an array const above that.
Okay.
With ref and API. And then we want to equals use box.
Use box. All right. Anything inside the function?
Yeah, that takes a function, which just returns an object. So we want to return various properties that sort of define what this physical component, what constitute this physical component. So we want mass.
Sorry, we're just working out the thing there. So we want mass.
Yeah. Yep. 300, let's say.
Cool.
We want we kind of want a position for this thing, so let's just attach something basic at the moment. So what do we want? We want sort of a position of, it's an array, obviously.
Okay. Right.
Let's go 0. Yeah, exactly. 0, 2, 0. So that'll move it up a little bit.
Okay.
And then we want to use the same box size arguments. So we probably want to we need to provide an arg, or args rather. And that'll be the same thing. So 15, 15, 2, which is the width, height, and depth.
Right here.
So we can probably abstract that out because we're using it twice.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
All right. So let's go side. Cool. Is box size a fine one? Fine name?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. It's not great, but it's fine. It'll do. Also, thank you, chat, for being very kind and not just roasting me on air. I mean, I deserved to be roasted, but you're all very, very kind, Alan and Andy, everyone. Thank you so much.
And then we want to, for the mesh, we want to pass that ref in. So
Cool.
basically this
Ref
is
equals
binding
ref,
these
or?
two things together. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And
All right.
hopefully when you run that, the box will just fall out of screen.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
We broke it. All right. Looking good. Looking good.
Awesome. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to add some borders. So some
So
like
it
an
doesn't fall
invisible
out of the
box
screen.
in exactly
So it's something
an
for it to
invisible
hit. Got
box
it.
in which this simulation
Cool.
coordinates. So let's add a new component above this called borders.
Okay. So right up here.
Yep. And basically, all we're going to do here is just return a bunch of sort of React 3 fiber planes essentially that make up the different parts of this box.
Cool.
So what we probably want to do is also create, because we're going to be returning a whole bunch of these, we probably want to create a plane component as well. So let's maybe start there.
Okay. Lots of components.
Yep. Lots of components. All about the components. So returning from this, we probably want to provide just one, so like a props property. So within the plane component itself, just an object with ... props.
So here?
Yep.
Got it. All right. Cool.
And then we want to say use plane. So this returns null. So this doesn't return anything that is then added, but we just want to set up the physics object. So
are we doing the same thing, ref API?
No, we can just use it as is. So just use plane straight up.
Okay.
And then we want to return an object with the props, first of all. And we'll come back to the collision group.
Okay. Right.
Sorry. Within use plane, we want a function that returns an object. Which
got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. ... props.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I don't think so. No, that's not going to return an object. So I'm just going to returning an object's a little bit. That should do it right there for sure. It's fine if we don't. Yeah, that should be good.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So then,
cool. And then we just return null from this.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
So then in borders, we just want to set up a bunch of these things. So what we want is so we want to return. Let's start with the bottom plane. So that'll be plane with the name bottom.
What do you mean name?
I just add names to these things so that I can see what they are. But
so like bottom plane
elements as well. No, so I'd say plane. Yep, with a property name.
Okay, property name. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Cool. And then a position, which is a 3-dimensional vector.
Awesome.
Let's say something like 0, 20, 0, 10, let's say, and 0.
Okay.
And we want to...
Yeah.
Sorry?
Should this be a group, or am I just returning the one for now?
Well, it'll be a group for sure.
Okay. Well, we can wait on it though.
For sure. And then we want to set up the rotation of that as well.
I lied. I'm going to make it now.
Nice.
I said we can wait on it, and then I made it immediately. All right. And the rotation you said?
Yeah, exactly. So rotation property. And it's another 3-dimensional vector. First property, so math.pi divided by 2. So that's like rotating at 90 degrees. And then 0, 0.
Pi, is that a function? Yeah.
No, it's just it's a constant.
Okay. Divided by 2. And then what?
And then 0, 0.
0, 0. You can tell I don't do math.pi enough. All right. Cool.
So that's not stopping it from falling, but that's okay. Let's just create the
It's
rest of them and we'll debug it.
sounds good. Because the
Yep.
borders haven't been imported yet, is why we're
Oh,
not
I
using
see. There
borders
you go.
yet. Should we
Yeah,
put
right.
borders into our scene?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so inside the physics, inside the group as well.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Will it stop? Whoa! What in the world was that? Did you see it come towards us? It's coming
I
after us
did.
now. That's
I
a little
think maybe
terrifying.
the picture is interacting with that somehow, and
I
it's
don't know. We'll
pushing
find
it.
out, but it's coming for
Yeah,
us. Oy.
yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
cool. All right, so what
Okay,
is
so
next?
let's create a new planes. So I'm just going to read these properties out to you.
All right.
So the next,
Inside here, right? Cool.
yeah, exactly. So the next plane we want to be left.
That's terrifying.
The X component will be -15.
-15.
Yep. Y component 0.
Okay.
Yep. And Z component 0.
Okay.
Rotation, we want to swap the X and Y.
All right. So X and Y,
Yeah,
like that.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Is there a way that we can quickly see these? I don't want to go into it. Like I don't want to derail us completely, but if there's a quick property that we can pass to give it a texture, I'm just curious.
There is. You could pass a plane into the. So you could export a plane geometry from the plane component.
That's
okay. But I did mess one thing up. So I apologize. On the bottom plane, you want the rotation to be minus math.pi.
I think you might have said that, and I just don't listen. Oh, it's still
doing its thing. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get the rest of these and then we'll debug that.
Cool.
Then we want right. So if you just copy left.
Yep.
And you basically change the negative to a positive. So
for position.
Yep. Cool. And then negative math.pi.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just love it. I'm glad it's a bouncy castle and not something scarier, because it's just like rushing at the camera. It's a little intense. All right, cool. We're going.
Then we just need rear and front. So
all right,
if you add another plane called rear, its position and rotation will all be zeros.
Okay, so position and rotation all zeros for rear.
Yep.
Sorry, Chad. I'm sorry. Can't help it. Wait, so the position rotate. So it's dead center for the one in the back. Okay.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Because we're gonna a bit forward. Got it. Cool.
Exactly. Yep. And then front, we want a Z of 15.
Okay.
And we want the rotation to be 180 degrees, so negative math.pi.
On which one?
On the front.
Sorry, on the X, Y, or Z for rotation.
Sorry, it will be the Y.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Yep. So.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so it's still doing that thing.
Still spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Is there any way that we can make this scene bigger? I know we're going to eventually, but just so that people can
so that should just be a CSS thing. I think if you adjust the size of the section,
so like H,
yeah,
like what is 96? Yeah, I've got Tailwind on this project, so I'm seeing so 96 isn't that big. H, let's see, can we go height screen? There we go. That's what we were looking for. There. Oh my God! Watch out, chat. Look
terrifying.
out. Colby, you actually bring up a perfect thing. Colby said idea for the next episode because Christopher says haunted bouncy house. So sneak peek next month. The theme is, I was going to announce this at the end, but the theme for next month's website is the Grim Reaper's used cars dealership. So the Grim Reaper is trying to get into a slightly more reputable business than death. And so he's selling used cars. And so we're going to be building out a website that, helps him sell his cars in all kinds of spooky ways. He's slashing prices and, drop dead deals, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of ridiculous puns, lots of spooky components and stuff. It's gonna be fantastic. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
looking forward to that one. I
so
think it'll
you
be a lot of
you
fun.
kind of called it. Well done. All right, cool. So we've got a spooky
So
haunted thing coming towards us. Now what?
I think the problem is the Z position of the picture component. So if we go
Okay.
back to where we've got
Yeah.
that setting up,
Where is that picture? Here we go.
picture.
Picture
Oh,
1515
no, so position is 020. So we want to change that to 026.
026.
It'll bring it forward a little bit. Hopefully that does its thing. Nice.
All right.
It's
So
not.
that's expected.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
It's not hitting anything though, which is a bit strange.
Yeah.
So let's check that out.
Oh, good. Getting there.
Yeah, getting there, getting there. So let's take a look. So where is our physics? We've got physics and
right here,
then a group
gravity.
inside that. Yeah, and borders inside that. Yeah, okay. I don't. Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
Should borders be above pictures? Does that matter?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
But
it
let's
shouldn't, right?
try it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep
Okay.
rolling for now.
Keep rolling. Okay, so let's try and add some balls to this. So I'm going to make a ball pit component.
Okay.
So let's make a ball pit component with 3 properties. Count.
Christopher in the chat.
What's
All
she
right.
saying?
Ball pit component has 3 properties.
Yeah, so what we want in here is the count. So
Okay, so the
that'll be
const
the
count.
number of balls. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So let's call that 200.
Okay.
And then within the ball pit component, actually, yeah, that's going to be fine for now. So then what we want to do is we want to create an array. So const balls equals new array with the count.
It's like that.
No, so if you go new array and then count
Got
in
it.
the brackets,
Got
you
it.
get an array of exactly that size. And then we want to fill that with 0.
Yeah. How does this go again? Fill.
So dot fill, yeah.
Cool.
And then we want to map that. So basically what we want to do here is fill this with balls.
I didn't
so
laugh first that time. I did not laugh first that time.
Map EI.
This is map EI.
So this is a function, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, and the index. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we want to, within that, we want to create a ball.
Okay. Const
So we're going
ball?
to create another component, yeah. And we're going to provide it with a couple of things.
Okay.
We're going to provide it with a key.
So sorry, just I'm staying inside this const ball here.
Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be
function?
creating a component called ball. So if you just
Okay.
want to, well, sorry, no.
Sure.
So yeah,
Const
we're
ball
going to be
here?
creating exactly.
Okay, that makes got it.
Yeah. And then we're going to be filling the array with balls.
Okay. So const ball equals.
So what we
here?
want in here is we're going to be returning a sphere mesh. So we're going to be returning a mesh.
And so mesh geometry sphere or something.
Sphere. So what you want is sphere geometry.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
And then we want to provide some args to that.
Okay.
So the args will be, we're providing 3 arguments. One will be the radius of the sphere, and the other 2 will be the number of, basically the number of faces. Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So
okay.
let's go 1 and 16, 16.
So it'll be smooth. It's not going to be too choppy.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yep.
Awesome. Any material on this?
And yep, we want to provide a mesh Lambert material.
Now, why Lambert?
It's just a shading calculation.
Cool.
It provides some decent shading, and it's reasonably performant.
Nice.
Yep. And then we want to provide a color to that, so color equals. And this is just a string, so let's just put in like FFF for right now. So eventually we'll add a whole bunch of different colors to this, but yeah, that's
Cool.
basically where we're at right now. Yep.
All right. And then,
And
so we're going to put
like,
ball here.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
We want to provide it a couple of parameters. So we want to provide it with a key. Yeah, keys need to start with a it's a unique identifier, right? So
Right.
we want to provide maybe ball dash I or something like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good call. All right.
And then we want to provide it with an RID, which is just the I value.
Okay.
So what we're going to be using that for is to key a random value for the color.
Cool.
Which we'll do in the ball component in a little while.
Okay.
So first of all, we want to make these into physics objects.
Did I just see the thing stay? Sorry, I thought I could have sworn the thing landed and stayed, and then it refreshed. All right, so we're turning this into physics objects. How are we doing that?
Yep. So just like with the box, we want to use sphere. So const, ref, and API.
Okay, so const ref API, and then we're doing use box.
Use sphere.
Good call.
And we want to do this in the ball, not in the ball pit.
Cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. And then we want to do the same thing here. So we want to return an object with a mass, a position.
Yeah. Okay, so same thing that we did where here, right? So
yeah,
the
exactly.
box size, so we had the ref, and then
exactly.
The mass position. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm just gonna copy this up as a reference, and then go from here. Cool. So.
Yep. So then we want. Let's change these a little bit because
Yeah.
we don't want this to be quite as heavy. So let's maybe make it 5 or 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah, let's go 10. And now we're going to add some random values to position. So let's go like x position being 4 minus math.random times 8. And we want y position to be, let's say, 10 maybe.
10.
Start there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we want z position to be let's just say 0.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. And then we want args to be 1.
That is here 1. Got it. That makes sense.
So that's just the radius of the ball.
And then ref we're passing to mesh.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then ball. Okay, so we got ball. We have to return.
And then we want to
from
return those exactly.
Okay, and then ball pit. Where are we gonna put ball pit in with?
Just in with the group.
Yeah, where's that in scene, right? It's const scene.
Yeah, exactly.
So, ball pit.
Yeah.
Do we need to do anything? I don't think so. I think we're good.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not seeing any balls. Let's see.
So we're returning an array of balls. Do we need to?
I think that should be fine, right?
Should be fine. I feel like it should. Wait, hold on. Are we returning this though?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Sorry, I thought that was.
There we go. All right, Ken. Thank you, Sir Cinnamon. Good spot. You found it before I did. Yeah. So already, this is. Let me do that again. Actually, we're having something's a little off because I don't think that that should be.
Yeah, I don't think none of the
borders are a little funky, but that's pretty fun already. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. It's getting to be fun.
I do kind of love that the balls are shooting the picture away as well. It's pretty sweet.
It's looking good.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
I'm gonna change this. I'm taking artistic liberties and making those red balls. Yeah, that's a bit more fun. All right. Okay, so there's something wrong with the borders, right?
Let's take a look at our plane component here.
Plane. Here
So
we go. Use plane.
can you try popping 3 dots before the prompts for me?
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Something changed. Now that it's lurking.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Huh. What is going on up there? Oh, okay, so they all ship. So yes, it's working, but our camera or something is off.
No, you know what might be off is the position of the group. So let's try changing that.
Okay. Which group? Here we go. Here. This?
Yeah. So let's try changing the position of that to 0, 0, -10. That's not going to really do much for us here, except sort of reposition it in the camera.
Nope, didn't like that. Am I doing it right? Args equals?
Group? No, position.
I was just guessing at what it might be, and it couldn't handle that. Okay, better.
So that sort of changes it. So our positioning's off somewhere, and then let me just figure out where that might be.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex.
It's not grab. No, it's fine. I probably mistyped something. Where do you want to head to? So wait, could it be camera? Check the camera again. 0, 0, 40.
Camera should be fine. Yeah, 0, 0, 40. Yeah, that's fine.
Ambient light. Scene.
Let's take a look at.
Because for them all to be correct to each other, but the camera's off feels weird. You could just move the camera, right?
It's
a bit hacky.
Yeah.
But
I kind of think maybe it's the planes. So let's take a look at the planes.
But for the balls to be borders. There, it feels weird.
Borders, yeah. Okay, so the bottom position should be -10.
-10. Okay, we're getting it. Oh, look at that, chat. Look at that. Look at that. Good job. Good call, Benedict. That was definitely a nimble coder. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, so bottom.
And it looks like the right border is off as well.
Yes, it does. Position 15.
Right. Yeah, that should be right. Negative math.pi divided by 2. Yeah.
It does look bouncy, Colby. I agree.
Left. Okay, left is -15. Right is 15. Yeah.
So good. Yeah, so something's off.
Let's try pushing the right out a little bit and see if that changes anything.
So like 20.
So let's just try changing that like 20. Yeah, see what that does.
Won't that create like a hole? Yeah, it didn't change anything.
Yeah, so there's something else off.
No, but why didn't that change anything? It's kind of what I'm saying. Like why?
Yeah.
That feels weird that the right border isn't moving at all. It feels like things are mixed around. Are we sure that this is? I don't know. -15.
Try changing the front. So you've got the front being -math.pi divided by 2. Try changing that to just -math.pi because we want that to be 180 degrees, right?
Okay.
Yep. I think that'll do it. Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Awesome. Wow, this is looking good. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. It's feeling pretty good. We might need to hustle a little bit if we want to try to get in on the time, but
for sure. Good. So with respect to time, I feel like maybe what we want to do is maybe hang up the picture. So let's go with that. Yeah,
let's do it. Awesome. Let's get that picture up there. All right.
Okay.
How we want to do it?
All right, so go to the picture element.
Yep.
And what you want to do is, so we've got the ref in place. That's great.
Cool.
We want to basically create 2 little attachments that are invisible but are hanging the picture up.
Okay.
Right? So let's say ref attach, so constant ref attach inside an array. So this will be the reference for the thing that we're attaching the picture to. Equals use. Yep.
Equal.
Sorry,
Wait.
I mean
Oh,
ref
okay, got it. Got
attach.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's another reference. Equals use sphere.
Cool.
So what we
Function.
want to return here is yeah, exactly. We want to return an object just like everything else we've been doing here,
Cool.
and type should be static. So basically what that says is don't move this object. It's still interacting, but it's sort of held in place.
Cool.
We want args to be 0.25.
0.25.
Yep.
Right? That's taking 3, right?
No, just the one. So
Oh,
this
cool.
is, yeah, exactly. So then we want the position to be, what have we got there? Let's say 0, 10, and 6. So basically this is the same as the position of the box, but just sort of offset a little bit. So
Okay.
offset in the Y position. Yep. And then basically what we want to do is we want to create what are called constraints. So a constraint is a way to attach a physics object to another one. So you'd use these for like if you had ragdoll physics or something
Yeah.
like this.
Or
Yeah,
like hanging a picture.
exactly.
Cool.
So we want to have 2 of these. So we want to do
Okay.
2 use points. Use
Uh,
point-to-point constraint. So the thing that we imported before. So below this const. Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Yep. And we provide this with a couple of arguments. The ref, so the picture,
Okay, so ref.
the first one. Yep. And then ref attach.
Okay.
And then we provide it with an object which sort of dictates how it hangs. So this is an object that'll have 2 properties, pivot A and pivot B.
Cool.
Both of these will be 3-dimensional arrays. So, 3-component arrays. So pivot A for this first one, we want to be negative 0.3,
Cool.
4, and 0.
Awesome.
And then pivot B, we want to be negative 0.3.
Negative 0.3.
Yep. -3.
-3.
Yeah, and 0.
0. Okay. So there's the 2
So
pivot points on that.
exactly. So what this is saying, so you can see it's
It's
already
already
hanging
working.
here.
Whoa! So it's hanging up by
Yep.
that pivot point. You can tell
Yeah.
it's just hanging by that one point. That's so cool.
It's kind of cool, right?
That's super cool. Yeah.
So what have we got here? We've got 10 minutes. We can hang it up by the second one.
Cool. What's the second pivot points?
So the second pivot point is the same properties, but with +3 on the x.
Okay.
So basically what we're saying is have 2 pivot points. They're reasonably close together in the middle of the picture.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. That's so cool. All right. Looking good. Now what?
Awesome. So let's maybe shoot some balls. See if
Yes,
we've got
that's
time
what
to
I'm
do
excited
that.
about.
Okay.
We will make time. We are going
Okay.
to create the ball shooter part of this if it takes me all night to
Awesome.
debug my code. I'm here for it. I think we all are. So
Awesome. Let's create a click function in our scene.
okay, scene. All right, so down here
Where are we?
on the scene component, right?
Sorry, in the scene component. Yep,
Cool.
exactly.
I am scrolling too fast. Here we go. Cool. All right.
Okay, so let's create a function called onClick, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah. And what do we want to do here? Okay, so basically what we want is a couple of state properties above this. So we want 3 state properties, ball, position, and image num, as well as their setters.
So const ball,
So
const position, const image num. Is that?
yes, exactly. So, but we want their property as well as their setter. So we need that in the array, right? So ball. So we want ball and set ball.
Oh,
Use
cool,
state.
cool. Okay,
Yep.
so we're doing state. Got it.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, I was not following on that part.
No. My bad.
No,
I'm
no, no,
jumping
it's
way
totally
this
fine.
morning.
Ball, set, ball, right? Is
Hmm.
that what you said?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay. And just null
I
for
just
that, or
provided a default of false or null. Yeah, that's fine.
okay?
Yep. And
And then
then position, set position, and then image num, set image num. Yeah.
okay, let's fix the
Yep.
thing there.
Image num, the default should probably be 0.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
And yeah, now we're good.
Okay. And then within the click function, let's set a constant of pos.
Pause. Right?
Pos, C-P-O-S, or position.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So what the click function is going to return, we're going to be attaching this to a mesh object,
Okay.
which will be an invisible object which we'll be able to click on. And clicking that will return an event object which will have within it a point which represents the position upon that mesh that the mouse was clicked.
Got it. Okay,
Right?
so we're gonna create an object, and when we click it, we're gonna be able to find out where we clicked it on, basically on like an XY grid, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So we want to e.point.clone.
So position
So
equals e dot point dot clone.
yep.
Okay.
So that'll give us the X, Y, and Z position that you clicked on it. That's a function, so you want to throw some
Cool.
brackets there. Yep. And then we want to say pos.z equals 0.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
So what we're doing here is we're saying
We don't care about
we're
the
going to be
depth of
creating
it.
that. Exactly. We're going to
Got
be
it.
creating this object which will dictate the direction that we're firing the ball when we click.
Cool.
So then we want to set position pos.
Set position. Is that a function?
Yeah, exactly. So this is the setter for the position state.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot. We just made that. I'm like, where's that coming from? Yeah, we just made it. Sorry. Blanking
That's all
out.
good.
Cool. Okay. Set position. Got it.
Yep. Then we want to go set ball math.floor and then math.random times 200. So this gives us just a random ID of a ball
Okay.
between 0 and 200.
Got it.
And then set image num.
Cool.
Image num +1. We probably want to mod that to the number of images if we can. So.
Got it. Right. So where's that image URLs dot length?
Yeah, image URLs dot length, I guess. Yeah.
Wait. So
So if you go, so basically what we're saying is every time we click, we want to advance another image.
Got it. Yeah. What's a quick way to do that so that it loops back?
If you put it in brackets, sorry, in just in a group, like a what are they called?
function?
Just regular brackets. No. So what we want to say is we want to take the number. So parentheses. There you
Got
go.
it. So what was it? Image
num +1.
+1. And
then modulo, so percentage sign.
Right. Okay.
And then image URLs at length.
Oh, that is a quick way to do that. That's really nice. All right, cool. All right. But use state is not defined, right? We never imported that. Here we go. Use effect, use state.
Oh.
No worries.
My bad.
No. I'm the one typing. It's looking so cool. All right, let's go. We got it.
It's pretty satisfying seeing the balls flying around there.
It really is.
Yeah. Okay. So then we need to attach that to something. So within the group, we want to attach, we want to create a mesh.
Okay, inside the group, we want to create a mesh. Got it.
Yep. And what we're going to be putting inside this is a plane geometry, which is essentially just the thing that we're clicking on.
Makes sense. And then on click.
Yep.
Right. And then on click.
No. So the on click should belong on the mesh.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Because the geometry is just like numbers essentially, but the mesh is the actual like object.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
And then in plane geometry, we want to provide it with some arguments. So args equals 100 by 100, so width and height.
Just like that.
Then we want to, yep, exactly. Then we want to add a position property, which is an array 0, 0, -1.
0, 0, what? 0, 0,
Minus
and
1.
negative. Got it. Cool. Like
Yep,
0
so
minus
negative
1.
1 and there's.
All right. Cool.
And then we want to rotate that around, right?
Got it.
Yep. So rotation. So we want to rotate it around the x-axis. So negative math.pi divided by 2.
Okay.
And then 0, 0. And if you change visible to false on that, that should work.
On what?
On the mesh, rather. My bad. Equals false. Yep. Hopefully that works. So when we click, we'll be able to.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything happen just
No,
yet.
so we're not
Okay.
we're not doing anything with
Got
that
it. Okay,
information
cool.
yet. Yep. So
right.
what we actually let's just log out that pause. Yeah, just to make sure. And then click a couple of times.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got
sweet.
it.
Awesome.
Cool. Looking good. That's
Awesome.
not covering anything. Looking good. All
Yep.
right, we got our click event.
Awesome. So then to the ball pit, let's pass the ball and the let's pass the ball.
Anything else? Position?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, we need to pass the position as well. Sorry.
All good.
Yeah.
Cool. Position. I'm good to keep saving it and just watching this happen over and over again. That's kind of a joy. All right. So ball pit is getting now position and ball, right?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Let's set ball to. It shouldn't matter actually. And then we just pass those through to the
ball.
To the ball. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to set position equals. And then we say we want this to be a conditional. So we want if ball is I. So if the ball that the ball pit is being passed is the same as the index of whatever we're creating, then we set position. Otherwise, we set null.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
still not going to do anything. So then we need to edit ball so that this all hopefully
so position
works.
So ball takes in. It's actually taking a couple things. Position, key, and RID. It doesn't need, does it? I mean, it doesn't need. Doesn't need a RID. I know it doesn't need key.
RID is for when we change the colors.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
So position, and so pop this out and make this, or we can make that the default, right? Or no,
yes.
We're,
oh no, yeah, no. Just leave it empty.
No.
It's fine. Yep.
Wait, I can't leave it there though, right? Or position or?
No, so we're not going to change that.
Got it.
Yeah, not just yet. So in ball, you need to add another property called fire, which I forgot to add to our ball pit. So, sorry, no, within as a parameter.
Got it.
Yeah.
This?
Sorry, no, within ball, the component, you've got the position parameter.
Here.
Nope.
Nope.
So
nope.
up.
Here we go.
So
here,
with up,
got it. So it's taking a prop called fire.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my nomenclature.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. So then within ball pit, we've got to say fire.
Okay.
So we need to provide that to the ball component that we're returning here, right? So we need to say, basically what we're trying to say is if ball is I, then this is true. Otherwise it's false. So we can just say ball equals I.
Ball equals. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All
So
right.
yeah, what we're saying is we're passing through this thing that says if this is the ball we're firing, then set fire to true, and we do something with that. So then within the ball itself, we use an effect.
Okay.
Yeah. So underneath the use sphere, we say use effect. Are we importing that? I
Yes, we
think we
are.
are. Yeah, cool. So we use effect, and we supply to that fire, API, and position as the properties.
Uh, okay. Do you need to
So the
pass that
second
here
parameter, no, the second parameter
for
of use
what?
effect.
Got it. So like in the
Yep.
array,
So it's yeah, exactly.
fire and what else? Position.
Fire, API, and position.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. And
Anything good
then
from here?
as the function, we say if fire. So what we want to do here is we want to change the position and the velocity of the ball.
Okay.
So what we say is api.velocity.set.
Cool. So that's built into the use sphere. Ooh.
Exactly. Yeah. So then what we want to do here is provide the position of the click, right? So position.x. Let's make that times 10 just to make it really like whip the
Cool.
ball around. Yeah. Position.y times 10.
Is it comma? Is the second argument?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then let's make the z component like minus 20.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we want to set the position. So I'm just going to set the position to the middle of the screen so it looks like you're firing from a single place. So
Cool.
api.position.set. And then 0, 0, and 14. And
Okay.
hopefully that works. Awesome.
I'm doing it. I get to shoot the balls around. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So one thing you can do here, this is like just a fun little thing, is if you change the mass of those balls. So up above you've got mass equals 10. Change them
Yeah.
to like 200 or something stupid.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
I'm I'm interested. Oh, nice. So it's really smacking it around.
uh-huh.
Love it. This is so good. I can't wait to push this up and you can all get to play with this. Awesome. I'm gonna pause super quick. Actually, I'm just gonna
Sure.
uh open up a new terminal. Let's push this work gallery component WIP. Just a quick work in progress. Git push. So hopefully soon you will have this up at bouncy. Where'd it go? Bouncy. There we go. So this will not update just yet. It needs to get built out on Netlify, but soon you'll have this. All right. And we want to change the image real quick, right? Let's try to get that
exactly.
in. We're a
So
little bit over time, but I think we're good.
yeah, let's go. That's an easy one to
Cool.
get in. So basically then where are we? In scene, we want to pass the image num to pictures.
Yeah, so
we set that in the state.
Here we go. So scene, are we passing that to pictures yet? We are images and then image num, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just make sure that that's yes, image num, cool.
It is.
Image num
yeah,
plus
sweet.
1, good. So image num in pictures. All right, let's just put that there. Did we already have that? Yeah, I guess not. All right, so now that should increase and we should be able to see. Nice. Every time you fire a ball, it changes the image.
Awesome.
And it's just so ridiculous. It's so good.
It's kind of the worst gallery ever, right?
It's yeah, and that's what's so good about it, honestly, is that yeah, it's just this is such a blast. I love it. Do you want to just do the color change on the
yeah,
balls
let's do
real quick?
that.
That should be
Let's do that.
pretty
That should be
straightforward,
super
right?
quick. Yep, yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So within the ball component, basically we want a use memo. I don't
in the
think we're importing that
ball
yet.
component.
We've
No,
got
we're not.
to import that from, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So what we want to do here is,
Lewis has got some good ideas in the chat. Do you have the chat
oh, it
open?
does.
I think you kind of had these ideas when you were first playing with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, so let's make it use memo. And we want that to be color. So constant color equals use memo. And we want that to be a function that. So we want to create an array of different colors. So if you want, we can just make like FF0000 or F00.
Do you have an array of good colors? Because I think you had. Yeah, if you'll
I
just drop
do.
that to
Yeah.
me in Discord,
Sure thing.
that'd be perfect. Let's
There you
paste that
go.
in here. Um, and then so yeah, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you want to return that with, and basically we want to choose one of those at random, right? So we've got, I think, 5 colors in there. So you want then another bracket at the end of that with math.floor.
I'll just try to do const
Oh, yeah,
colors and then
for sure.
return
Return.
math.floor or
You want to
colors.
return colors. Yeah, exactly. Math.floor, math.random times 5. Or times the colors length.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, exactly. And you want parentheses after
Good call.
random. Yeah. And then because we don't want this to change every time we resize the browser or whatever, we pass RID as the second, as the ref for that.
Cool.
So RID being, oh, we're not
RID.
passing
Okay,
that to
we
the
didn't get
ball
that yet.
yet. Okay.
Let's get that.
Yeah.
Ball is used here.
I think we
it's
are
getting
passing
RID.
that
Yep,
though.
it's
Yeah,
getting it. We just
exactly.
weren't using it
Yep.
yet. And then
Cool.
color becomes, where's the color that we put?
And then we want to set color on the mesh Lambert material. Yeah, exactly.
Wait
That
for
should
it.
just work.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, it's so much better than a bunch of red balls. It's so much better. Look at this. Chat, I'm pushing it up now. I can't wait for you to get it. All right. I don't want to say it's finished, but it's like add colors to gallery. Chat, check it out. Yes, please. Git push. I think I typed git push. Yeah. All right. So that should be building soon, chat. You'll be getting that very, very soon. Curious. So Andy says curious on why use memo for that.
So use memo because what will happen in that component is that every time the state changes, we're using a random math.random. Use memo essentially just says as long as the RID doesn't change, the color doesn't change, right?
Yep.
So because what will happen when you resize the browser, for example, is that React 3 Fiber will go through and refresh the state of the application, rebuild the balls, and all of their colors will just like shift around, which is kind of fun to watch, but not really all that great.
It's jarring because all of a sudden it's just like
yeah.
You don't have the same sense of where things were. This
Yeah.
turned out to be so much fun. I know you had ideas to take it even further. So, chat, we might be taking this. I think there's like a paddle idea. You've got some stuff that we might do off stream. So, come back and check out bouncy.componentcarousel.com some other time, and I'll say it next week too because we'll kind of check back through this. Like Adam, when he went through and did this live on stream, he didn't have the shark at the end. He kind of added that later as just the icing on the cake sort of thing. But this came out so good, Liam. This is so good. Thank you, chat, for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Struggled there a little bit. Thank you so much to the chat for bailing me out. You are all fantastic people. Liam, this is such a blast. Honestly,
Thanks, man. This was so great to build out.
Yeah, and I got to do it in full screen. Oh, look at it, chat. Look at it. It's just so I can click this all day. It's really, really fun. And if you find any ridiculous bouncy castles, send them to me on Twitter. I've got this nice little bunch of images here. Happy to throw them in and make this even more absurd. Copyright laws be damned. I don't know. I don't even care. I'm a bad boy. I don't care. What are they gonna do? Sue me? Probably. Actually, don't know. Let's not do that. Yeah, I'll check with my lawyer. But Liam, thank you so much. This has been really fantastic. Really quick, I want to plug next week because Mambaleo, who's in the chat, Louis, I'm gonna botch his last name. Do you know how to say it? I'm Hobrix. I'm gonna go with Mambaleo in the chat is up next week. I am so excited for this. He is one half of the Viewbox newsletter, and he is kicking off next month's website with a component. I'm not even sure what it is yet. I don't even know if he knows what it is yet, but it's going to be fantastic. I am so excited. We've also got Jamie Coulter and Darren Senef coming up next month. It's going to be a goth bouncy castle. Oh,
Nice.
I trust Christopher with my life, so I'm going to click this. Otherwise. I'm not going to click anyone else's, but Christopher, I trust with my life. I know she wouldn't send me into some site. That's fantastic.
That's pretty amazing.
I want to meet the kid who had this at their birthday party because that is so good. That you are so goth that you have to have your bouncy castle all black, but you're not too goth that you're above bouncy castles. Like that's a niche castle. I love it. Anyway, yes, next month is going to be so good. This site, my amazing chat, my fantastic people. This is done. We're going to polish it up a little bit. But yeah, we built an entire website around the concept of bouncy castle architects. We'll add some text here so it says like meet the team and stuff, but this is done. So thank you so much to Adam, to Cassie, to George, and to Liam. You all made something fantastic together. I really, really appreciate it. And chat, follow so that when we go live on Wednesday and every day of May, you are here for it. Liam, is there anything that you would like to plug, to mention? Your Twitter, your MLM, anything?
Please follow me on Twitter. I often post ridiculous and silly things there. I work for We the Collective, as I said. They're a really great company. Follow them as well. I don't really have much else to talk about.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I'll drop We the Collective in there. Liam, Liam, bringing up your Twitter, and I think We the Collective is linked on that Twitter. So
yeah, exactly.
And I think Christopher's been dropping that this whole time too. I really appreciate you, Christopher.
Awesome.
You're fantastic. And there was one more thing. Oh, I can't forget. So for some reason, let me bring it up again. I was right there a second ago. Some reason, I don't know why. Oh, close. Here we go. So close.
Oh.
Let me just make sure that this is where draw. Successfully drew a winner. Did it say anything? Did this thing just completely... No, it didn't successfully draw a winner. Do I have to close it first? All right, so I'm going to have to do the same thing again, chat. I'm going to have to find a new bot. If you have a bot recommendation, it was what? Do you see? Oh, are you just messing with me, George? All right. I was making sure that I'm not missing something. I'm really smart. I'm like, it was George. Yeah, I don't know. I'm showing this so that like you see full disclosure. I tried to do this thing. Phantom bot let me down. I don't know why. It was open. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Open. And then
are you just keeping all the prizes for yourself? And
no, I'm just making more work for myself where I have to go off screen. I have to go through the entire chat log, copy it out. So I will find you, I promise. Follow me on Twitter to make it easier for me. And I will count that because I'm just going to go through. I, no joke, had to do a find, deleted everything in VS Code. I went through, I did a random video, all that stuff. So follow me on Twitter, Trost Code, just to make it easier for me to reach out to you because it's tough to reach out to people on Twitch. Yeah, I will draw it. I will post another video and I will find a new chatbot. Sorry for the nonsense here. But other than that, I'm gonna end it here. Let's see if there's anyone to raid real quick. Hang with me, Christopher. Do you see anyone that we might be able to raid? Oh, gotta mute that. Video producer, creator dashboard. Let's go create a dashboard. I trust you'll make the right decision. LOL. It's completely random. I promise you, I'm not going to play favorites or anything. I don't see anyone live on that I follow, so I think we're just going to end it. Thank you so much, everyone, to being here. Tune in next week. It's going to be great. I promise. All right. Have a good
Thanks,
one.
everybody.
Bye.